right, welcome to another episode of The Coach's Notes. Now, normally I bring this to you just as a podcast, but I'm going to give it to you in video form and podcast form as well for these notes, trying a little bit something different. And today what I want to talk about is resilience. So here in the UK, we're into a second lockdown. It's not going to be as long as the first one, at least not yet, but we're into a second one. I know across the world, many people are going into tighter restrictions, maybe going back into lockdown again as well. So stress levels back up, anxiety back up, uncertainty is back up. So if you think about resilience, which is the ability to mentally and emotionally cope with a crisis and to get back into pre-crisis mode. And the ability to do that is going to depend on the processes and systems that you have in place to organize your personal assets, your strengths, to help you to overcome that stressor and to get back into that pre-crisis mode. So you need to have the ability to protect yourself against the negative effect of these stressors, in other words. And what I wanted to share with you today are 4 questions that you can ask yourself in times of uncertainty to help you get in the most resilient state that you can be in. Okay, so the first question is, given the situation, what is it that I know for sure? And based on that, what can I do with what I know for sure? So this question is about finding that place of certainty. So again, one of the things about this whole human thing is that, we're wired to look for certainty. We want to be certain. And so what this question does is help you to find something familiar, something that you're absolutely certain about, that you can then grasp onto your strengths. So what is it based off of what you know, and what can you do? So the second question is, what feels familiar about this situation given my past experiences? And knowing that, what does that tell me that I can do now? So what this question is designed to do is to get you to think back to your past, because think about this. You've been stressed before, you've been in tight spots before, and if you're watching this or listening to this, you've come through the other side. So this question is designed for you to reach back into your past of looking for a similar experience to what you're experiencing now, and how did you get through that? So what resources, what mental states did you need to go in? So what strengths did you draw upon to help you get through that past situation? And then how can you take those learnings to apply to your current situation? So the third question is, what attitude do I want to have about this current situation? And given that, what choices do I want to make given the attitude that I'm choosing? So again, great frame here. So the frame is what attitude. This isn't about the, just think positive. This is about what attitude do you actually need. So do you need to be focused? Do you need to be calm? Do you need to be a little bit agitated? Because that gets you, fired up. So what attitude, and you choose this attitude as opposed to just accepting your natural reaction to the situation and going into sort of default mode. What attitude do you consciously need and therefore will choose to deal with this current situation? So the fourth question is, what can I learn from this situation? And what will I do differently as a result? So again, thinking about, we're on the other side of this, what are some of the lessons you're going to learn? What different results can you get from this? So those are just 4 questions that you can ask yourself to help you get into a more resilient state. All right, that's it for this edition of the Coach's Notes. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and do all of that neat stuff. And we'll catch you in the next note.